Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap session for Thursday, January the 12th, 2017. My name is Doug McKay. I am the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live go-to sessions to take a look at the market, macro to micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and then we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses. With regards to our hypotheses, we do create four main hypotheses, or hypos as we call them, in order to have a plan in place so that once the market shows us what is happening and who is taking control, we can look at our trade plan and then fit our trade plan to the market. Nobody can predict the market. We can only react to it. So we look at what the probabilities are, what the scenarios are, and then we adapt our plan to what the market is doing. Please read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. This is a subscription room. If you're interested in checking us out, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog, it's just me live in the go-to in the morning and all day during the RTH session, and then like last night, trading throughout the night and burning the candle on both ends and basically getting very tired for these sessions. Anyway, let's go to the chart from yesterday. Yesterday, our main hypothesis was an open auction in range, a move up into the 57 to the 69.50 area, finding responsive sellers, and then rotating down through range, through value, and coming down to the 52.75, 52 area. Well, that played out, but then Hypo 2 stepped in, which was an open auction in range, a move down to the range low or a false breakout, and then walking our way up into the 74 area and going up and testing that all-time high. We didn't quite get there. We got a very rotational day. If you take a look at the big picture, here we are, still in balance. Another day in balance. Our 6-day and our, I think it's 23 days now, balance area or price acceptance is the 22.65 microcomposite VPOC. Where are we trading right now? We're trading at 65.50. Now, we had a neutral day yesterday that went extreme, and it's borderline. Usually I like to see a neutral extreme, and what I mean by neutral is we broke the IB to both the upside and the downside, creating the neutral. So the battle was being had. We had a lot of OTF participation most of the day, but we didn't get it into the close. And we were looking for the probability extreme, and I said, don't try to fade this move into the close, because we put in a probability, or we put in the parameters of a neutral day, and we had the probability of a neutral extreme where we would rally into the close and close near the high. Technically, this is a neutral extreme day. It just wasn't a real powerful one near the end. And you can see that we actually put in a Mr. Sneaky into the close. Once we got past the cash close, we put a Mr. Sneaky in. And what did that lead to? Well, what do Mr. Sneakies lead to? And you can go watch the video that I put up 2 nights ago to see the Mr. Sneaky in action. What does the Mr. Sneaky lead to? The Mr. Sneaky leads to a counter rotation. And when we do overnight, we counter rotated back into the 64.50 area and then just chopped around. We have a V-shaped profile, which is a long liquidation, and we're chopping around right back in balance in around that 65 microcomposite VPOC. Very, very classic in the move. What should have happened, though, with a neutral extreme, if it had been stronger, we should have gone and made new highs in the Globex. We did not do that. That is a very important piece of information, because what didn't we do? We didn't continue price discovery once we got out of balance. Even though the OTF battled back and forth all day long for who was going to win out, in the end, the buyers won, but they couldn't continue in the overnight session. So we're back in balance. So basically, we're back to square one. We don't know. It looked like we were going to get continuation. Anyway, with that said, let's just take a look at the overnight. Start putting our levels in. Our overnight high, 71.75, right at yesterday's range high. Our overnight low, 60.75. There's that 60 area again. It's also our value area low. Our VPOC is not likely to shift. It's 64.25, right in solid balance, just below the microcomposite VPOC, which is at 65, and yesterday's VPOC, which is at 66.75. We have an LVN just above that, our midpoint for the overnight session. I really can't do anything with this LVN, even though it's a very prominent LVN overnight. It's our balance from yesterday. So I got to go to the higher one, which is at 69.75, and that's 2 ticks above the range value area high from yesterday. So we're going to put our value areas in because this is very valid. Look at this. We traded the majority of the night inside of our value. And then, of course, we've got the overnight high with the range high from the other day at 74. I'm actually going to use 74, not 71. I'm going to use the 69.75 as the breakout to take out the naked close. Our close was 70.50 and then pushed to the overnight high of 71.75 and that range high and push up into the 74. And then above 74, we're looking for a move into all-time highs and the break of that double top. Remember, we still have a weak high at the all-time high, the double top at 22.77. So I'm going to be very quick today because I'm running on fumes. I'm not going to trade today. I did all the trading I needed to do last night. I will talk about that in a minute. In terms of gold, gold is now trading at 1201.20 right now. We're in the 1200s. We did hit the extended target of that cup and handle, but let's just do our hypotheses. I mean, nothing changes. The auction, it appears to be still intact. So we have to look at our main hypothesis as continuation higher, especially the fact that we held the range and the value overnight. So my main hypothesis is an open auction in range, a move down to somewhere between 60 and 56, 55 area, find responsive buyers and start walking us up and making new highs. That's hypo 1. Hypo 2 is an open auction in range, a move up, failure to make new highs or break out above 74, and then rotate down to the 52. Why did that's actually almost exactly opposite of what my hypos were yesterday in terms of hypo 1 and hypo 2. Why have I flipped over? Well, because of the fact that we had the possibility of a rollover, and it didn't happen yesterday, and we closed near the high. So it's showing us that currently the trend is still intact, and they left that 52 alone yet again. Uh, I don't know when they're going to take this area out, but they just keep buying in between that 55, 57, and 60 area to hold us up. Hypo 3 is a open auction or open test drive, and it push up to the 71, chop up there, and then push through and go up and make new all-time highs and get into the 2280. And then alternative hypo 4 is an open auction, failure, come down to the 52 area, fail, and push down through to the all-time low, or sorry, the year open in that 44 area and this 36, 34 area. Again, I apologize. I'm just running on fumes this morning. So those are my four main hypotheses. I want to go to gold because I want to talk about this. In fact, I got to go and get the cup and handle. So I put this in the room a couple nights ago, showing a measured move. So there's the cup, there's the handle. We had the primary. The first one they put in 2 days ago. The primary they put in yesterday during the RTH session, and then the extended was taken out last night. This is what I was trading. We got up, and once we get into the centennial number, we're looking for the rule of 10 to kick in, which is the 1210 area. We have a CHVN at 1209. We didn't quite get there. We only got to 1207.20 last night, but I traded this area. Once you get into a centennial number with gold, especially, it's going to act as a magnet. So I was trading into it, and I was trading around it, and had an incredible night trading the 1200 area. And here we are, we're sitting at 1201. But you can see that the 1201.40 was our extended target on gold. Bringing up the composite. We have our breakout day out of the balance that we've had. We did not quite get to the 1209 yet, or the rule of 10 at 1210, but it is up there, and we are holding the 1200. The whole key is whether or not we can hold above this 1200 right now, and the next big target above is up here at the 1215.60, with the immediate target being the 1209. Well, that about exhausted me right out. Anyway, that's going to complete our pre-market session. Again, guys, you have to bear with me when I'm, flipping my schedule and trading. I'm burning the candle on both ends, and I'm going to crash and burn in the next couple days in terms of just going to bed for a very long time. But the opportunities have been in the Globex. You can see in the even in the RTH, the ES Globex. Look at this. This is I want you to pay attention to this. Look at the OTF activity, especially in the European Open that we had last night. So we've had OTF participation all week long during both the RTH and the Globex. So something's afoot. We're going to make a big move shortly. The OTF is showing us that. They're positioning themselves. That's what created the neutral day yesterday. And watch out, because it's gonna be very strong and it's gonna be very sharp, and we just do not know which way it's going to be. Anyway, that's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we will catch you on the flip side.